Hi, Chris from Crommelin here. Today we're going to talk about our range of LiquidStone products. LiquidStone is a really tough, high build textured acrylic paint designed to rejuvenate, refresh and clean up any old pots, garden ornaments, even concrete paving that you may have around the house and give them that really natural stone look. The LiquidStone range comes in 4 different finishes and 4 colours. Starting with terracotta, which is a nice super smooth finish, moving up into limestone, which has got a little bit of texture but still quite fine. Then a little bit coarser again is your sandstone, and then right up into your basalt, which is your really tough and gnarly kind of highly textured finish. Okay, so look, I've just moved the LiquidStone off the bench to give us a little bit of space. And before we get to the fun stuff, let's just talk a little bit about surface preparation. Just gonna grab a few things from under the bench. So, for porous surfaces, something like terracotta or other porous materials like MDF or CFC sheeting, it's a good idea to put a primer on first. That just stops the water in the LiquidStone being sucked out too quickly, which can affect the coating. So the product to use is LiquidStone Surface Primer. Just 1 or 2 coats, just to seal off that surface before you start. Also for porous surfaces, another good idea is just to waterproof the inside. So here we've waterproofed with Black Seal, which is that one there. That actually stops water or any dirt leaching through the surface and then affecting that final coating finish. So that's for porous surfaces, so dead easy. For non-porous surfaces, like a cheap old 90-cent plastic pot, preparation is even easier. Just a little bit of sandpaper, just roughen up the surface. You don't have to do too much, just enough to scratch that really smooth top layer. Get rid of the dust, just to give the surface a little bit of a mechanical key. Just helps that paint stick a little bit better. Now for the fun bit. This is where you may want to put some gloves on because it can get a little bit messy. I'm not going to worry, but it may be something that's worthwhile. So let's start with the cheap plastic pot. 99 cents from, or 90 cents from Bunnings. Let's turn it into a $20 looking pot. And we are going to use probably my favorite finish, which is the basalt. This is the most highly textured finish in the range. So when you get it home, lid off. And what you'll need to do, because it's very, very dense, you'll feel the weight of this can when you pick it up from the shelf, is you need to give it a bit of a stir, just to make sure that all that aggregate is really well dispersed through the paint. So that is probably enough. Then with your brush, it's as simple as dip it in and paint away. You can see it sticks really, really well. You'll do a couple of coats, make sure you get the rim. And this is where it's really good fun because you can individualize your finish however you want it to look. So you can have a nice smooth kind of texture like that, or you can really load it up and create a really rough kind of textured look. Really, however you want it to look is up to you, so you can completely individualize your project. So that's your basalt. What we'll do now, back to the terracotta, let's have a look at the limestone. So limestone, as I mentioned before, it's a much smoother product than the basalt, but it still does have a nice bit of texture to it. Again, give it a bit of a stir. We've already done that with this one. And again, straight in and straight onto your pot. Instantly transforming what was a $4 pot, and by the time you've got a couple of coats on this, it's going to look like a $40 garden feature. And again, you can either do it nice and smooth, or you can add a bit of texture to it, whatever takes your fancy. So a couple of coats, and that will happily sit out in your garden for many years to come. Okay, so that is the limestone. I think I might just wipe this bench down a little bit. As you can see, you do get a little bit of product around, so drop sheets are probably a good idea. I found this mate in my backyard last night. He's been in there out in the backyard for about 10 years. As you can see, he's a little bit worse for wear. So we're going to give him a new lease of life with some LiquidStone sandstone this time. Again, don't forget, give it a good mix. And then away you go, straight on. So this didn't need any preparation because this was a nice clean dry surface, so you can go straight on. And you can see straight away how you're turning what was a very sort of drab, dirty looking finish into a nice sandstone looking ornament. Something that you'd pay a lot of money for in a shop. I think this was a $4 item from one of those charity shops a few years ago. So that is how you apply your sandstone. And again, whatever finish you like, you can leave it nice and smooth, or just with your brush, just add a bit of texture, whichever way you want it to finish. Mr. Chin. There we go. And he'll live out in the garden now for another 10 years, quite happily. Okay, so we've talked about pots, garden ornaments, and those kind of projects, but I did mention before that the LiquidStone range is a really tough acrylic. So you can actually use this on walk-on surfaces, so steps, concrete pavers, that kind of thing. So here's one I prepared earlier. Now use your imagination. This is your tired old concrete driveway. And what we've done here is we've actually applied some of the LiquidStone pattern tape. This just allows you to actually stencil on the paving effect just on plain old concrete. So put that on first, whatever design that you like. And then we're going to go with the sandstone again. Straight on. Just go straight over the tape. You don't have to worry about that. Get it on nice and thick. So the best way is to get it on nice and thick and then smooth it out once you've got enough on. So obviously you'd go with 2 coats. We've only got time just to do the one, but it's going to give you a bit of an idea of how the process works. So you get it on, smooth it out as best as you can. You've probably got a little bit more time to do that than myself. And then simply peel off the pattern tape and it gives you that stenciled paving look, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, so you've got your project looking fantastic, and you're just about to push it out into the backyard, so it's going to sit in the wind and the rain. It's a good idea, a couple of coats of the LiquidStone clear coat over the top, just to give your project a little bit more of extra protection, to keep it looking great for many years to come. So that's a low sheen finish. I've actually applied it to the front of this pot here. I'll move it around so you can kind of see where it stops and where it starts. So clear coat will give you a nice low sheen finish. You can see here it starts around that side of the pot. If I turn it around, you can kind of see it doesn't change the way your project looks too much, but you can see that there's a protective coating there to keep your project looking great for as long as possible. Okay, so we've got our coatings on. Let's have a look from start to finish. So 99-cent plastic pot from Bunnings, doesn't look particularly great. Coated with LiquidStone sandstone. Looks pretty good to me, looks fantastic, but never looks as good until you actually put a plant in the pot. So here's 3 that we potted up earlier on. You have your basalt, you have your terracotta, and you have your limestone. And as I turn some of these around, you can see how we've had some fun with the texture. Nice and coarse on that side, and you spin it around, and there's less of a texture on the backside. And you can do that with all of them, other than the terracotta, which is normally a smooth finish. So with the limestone, you've got a nice and smooth textured finish. And then we've had some fun on this side and really added some extra texture just to personalize your project. So that's it. That is the LiquidStone range. I think you'll agree it's a little bit of fun. It's a nice project to do with the family. If you're still not sure, have any questions, give us a call on our 7-day helpline or jump on the website. I'm Chris from Crommelin. Thanks for watching.